Hello everyone, this is 41 Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8. Hello. So today, I got a little build that I kinda worked on pretty recently. More specifically, like, today, or actually yesterday. Yesterday from upload, I would say. Because, basically, I'm one of those people who are, like, more conservative of, like, when they have things on and about. And I will not have my computer on when I'm asleep. Like, it's in the same room as me, so it's just kind of like I'm one of those people who like gets bothered like by listening to it throughout the night. And of course, I'm not using the computer normally at that time of night. Maybe I should say morning. Yeah, I don't normally wake up that early. More so late. But more importantly, this is what I kind of made for a friend of mine, my friend Aeronator. Um, he asked for me to make a few things for him for his comics that he plans to draw his comics. Like he's been picking up on like some abilities to draw and such. He's a bit of learning process taught by a friend, and in my supports for him, like we often like do a bunch of stuff for each other despite us being like friends just online. We're pretty cool like that. I'm I'm making him a bunch of things, like the shrine, which is a kind of a dual-based shrine of like two representative deities, goddess of creation, goddess of destruction, I guess, something along those lines. This is not mine. I related, I swear. This is literally something just for a friend. He asked for a shrine, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. Now, the beginning entrance is a bit cramped once you like get inside, and there's this like double statue thing. I tried my best to try to like make it so like one has like hair like here and then the rest flow one way, and it would basically be the exact same thing, only the opposite way. It's kind of like a yin-yang sort of thing, which I think was a cool idea, but if I were to do this again, I would probably have a little more space to this. Like, I wasn't quite sure what I really wanted to do about it at the time that I actually did do it, but this is basically how it turned out. And this is annoying me to look at. Yeah. So yeah, it's really cool looking inside and out, but a little cramped on the inside, though it does its purpose quite fine. Like, it is very, very shrine-like. It is very definable as, like, something of that kind of style. Though it's a little different from the kind of stuff that I'm used to making. Like, for starters, there's jungle wood. And for any unfamiliar, I do not like jungle wood at all. Like, just something about the color, I just cannot figure out how to actually use it for anything more spectacularly. Like, by all means, it was an alright addition by Mojang. I'm not going to ask them to go remove Junglewood or something. But I just don't know where exactly I could really go to town with it, to say. Yeah. That's kind of like a personal problem with it, I guess. Like, personally, I always, like, preferred stuff like birch for floors. Like, they just it makes some really beautiful flooring, I noticed. Like, if you want, like, wood floor in Minecraft, use birch. Birch is always beautiful for such a thing. So that is like my personal recommendation of that sort of thing. Up top is nothing too special in terms of ceiling, but it's alright. Like personally, my favorite interior like angle of everything is like right at the from the corners and such. There's stuff down there's sort of stuff down here like this lower level which doesn't really serve any purpose, but it does exist here. It's mostly an aesthetic addition, really. Like it's just sort of here because I really didn't take the time to figure out any ways of really bringing any people down here, which I can't see why you would really want to be down here when you could be like right at like the face of these things, say your bow down and say your prayers or something, and maybe like burn some incense in what's it called? Incense? I don't know. It's like I think it's something you burn, or it's like you there's like a jar full of like a scented fluid and you put sticks in it. I think you burn them. I don't know. And it's supposed to like create certain atmosphere in an area and use like prayer slips and stuff, whatever. The point is, this is basically how this turned out. I'm going to, if I post this up, then basically my job is well done. I'm going to hear from him, and basically if all is good and there isn't any slight details that he wants kind of like changed for what he thinks is like for the better or good for what might be particularly great for it, then yep, this is gonna be up, and I might have a world down the road or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. It might be like a future downloadable thing. When it is downloadable, I will announce it, maybe in a video or maybe through Twitter or something. Or perhaps just through DeviantArt. Just sort of like, if you are interested, just sort of like download it whenever it's announced, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. Let me just take another good look at some of these details for you guys. For any who want to use this kind of tryouts, this kind of like a thing for like a shrine of their own. Like I don't mind if you like to look at some of this stuff just to like learn your own kind of tricks to try out. Like by all means, I encourage you to learn some of these things, these details. I encourage you to come up with your own. Like I just really enjoy contributing to the Minecraft community in terms of like builds and like art style of building. Like this is a bit of a confusing one that I did. Like it's confusing to me to say. Just the way I did it. Like right here I put a stair on top of a block. Right here, stairs on top of blocks. Right here, stairs not on top of blocks. And same. And then it just moves together in a blended and careful fashion that's not too harsh on the eyes. And I felt these were too not outward enough, like too plain, so I added this bit in front of it and just to sort of like add a bit of the sense of like what this shrine is about. I decided to go with cyan stained clay because of how friggin' gray it is. And it'll be like combining like the colors of this statue and this statue or something. Just about. Well, that might actually be a little off, just by the look of this thing. Like, personally, I think the cyan clay is actually slightly off from being gray. Like, off from being like a true gray color. Like, that's just what I think. I could swear I'm seeing like some sort of tannish colors in here, like right here, and like right there and there. Maybe pink, I'm not sure which. But yeah, they exist and it's so. That can be pretty debunked from actually being called gray, but it is very close to actually being a gray, is the thing. So without further ado, that is the shrine build. I'm Winter Solstice 8, 401 Solstice 25, and have a good day. Bye-bye.